Keyword Everywhere extension. How does it work? Let's search for Grasshopper tutorials. We have a number here, you can see it, the volume and the competition. Let's go for Rhino tutorials. Here again, we have 2,900. Let's go for Revit tutorials. 8,000. 3D Studio Max tutorials. You can see 6,600. SketchUp tutorials, 22,000. AutoCAD tutorials, 22,000. Keyword Everywhere extension. Basically, why I'm making this tutorial is to give you a sense of how to start an online business or your website. It's really smart to select a right keyword to have best results. Basically, what I have selected is the Keyword Everywhere extension, which you can install on your browser. And I'm going to teach you how to select the right keyword, okay? It's really important to select a niche which has basically a high volume, something like 2,000, 1,000 is fine. And if you just double down on it, I guess that you can make a good amount of money, or you can have a good amount of exposure in case of being seen in that profession or anything you want. So in this tutorial, I want to show you how to install this extension and how to use it. Basically, it can highlight for those keywords which are high in volume but has low competition. You can know which one is high competition, and based on my experience, you should choose those keywords which have low competition. Okay, so this part is going to be the first part of how you should start your website or your business or whatever you think. If you're an architect or a designer, basically this technique is going to help you to reach masses and to reach more and more audience based on time. And remember to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment below. What do you think? What is the subject you are passionate about? I want to know. What do you like to start an online presence, or you want to make a website or anything? Is there anything you are good at, or you're a professional, or you have a good skill which you can offer to the marketplace? And it can be tutorials, it can be even design. In this video, I'm going to show you even subjects in the architecture or design fields which you can go for, and actually you're going to be surprised when I teach you for the SEO and how you're going to rank your website. For our parametric house, we are getting maybe about 200 visitors each day, and that's 6,000 viewers, which will be very hard to reach maybe in Instagram or YouTube, but we are complementing each other with the YouTube and website. So just keep watching till the end, and remember, like this video and comment. So the first step is to install the Keyword Everywhere. So if I go here and type Keyword Everywhere, here we go for the website. And you can install that for your browser. And after installing this, it's really simple. You have to, again, add to Chrome. Yes, add the extension. I'm going to wait. Okay, now I have to give my email so I can get my API keys. You can see that we have to click here to get our free API key. Here we go, we have this key. We can just copy this and go to YouTube. And what we want to do is to click on here and turn this on, and then go to update settings. Okay, and now you have to just paste your API key and validate that, and you're good. Okay, after installing the Keyword Everywhere extension, what we want to do is do a research on our subjects. So I encourage you to also share your passion with me. What is the thing you are better than others, you are faster than others, and you can think that you can produce content around it. You have to be passionate about it, you have to love it, and you have to also be skillful. So remember two things: you have to have skills and you have to love it or be passionate about it. Okay, so let's say if you want to go for tutorials, I talked about this in the intro, so you can basically search for anything: architectural software, architectural softwares. You can see that this is a low volume, so 200 is not really too good to go for because the volume is down, and you can see that this is a high competition. That means that if you want to compete with other websites, I think that you will never succeed because this is really hard, and that means there are many websites which have high domain authority and you can't compete with them. But if you want to go for softwares like Revit, you can see that Revit tutorials is fine. Again, you can see Revit architecture. Maybe we want to make tutorials about Revit. So let's see, when we search for Revit, how can we find those keywords which are good for our passion and we are skillful at it. So remember, you have to be passionate about it. So if I start with an A, you can see that it suggests that Revit Architecture, Revit Autodesk, and so on. Another thing that I prefer to do is to go to this keyword extension and click on this settings and try to work with this section, the volume and competition. Okay, I say that I want volumes more than 2000 or maybe 1000. I prefer to work with 1000 or 2000. That's good. And you can see that we have highlighted the volume, highlight the competition, and say that we want a competition lower than 0.1, because a 0.1 is really hard even if it's a 0.1, and numbers that are down that is a crack for you, and it's an opportunity for you to. It's really hard to rank in Google, especially there are many subjects that are saturated. So if I search for Revit A, you can see that it says Revit API. It's 4000. If you're good at coding in Revit, maybe if I was you, I will go for Revit API. It's a good one. I will double down on it. It means that I will produce content only and only about Revit API and nothing else, because this will blow up and you will be at the top. You will get a lot of traffic from this and you will be fine. You can see that there are other keywords. 700 is really good, but this is really bad because the competition is high. So Revit Architecture 2018 is high in competition. So Revit Architecture Jobs, that's not bad. You can go for it. Revit Architecture Tutorial. And see, this is really amazing. Revit Architecture Tutorial is 1000 with a competition of 0.13. But if we go for Revit Tutorial, you can see it's 8,000, even if it's a little bit higher than 0.13. So what that means, that it doesn't mean that you have to focus on your keywords. You have to see what other people's are searching. Okay, so let's see B. You can see Revit Beam, Revit backup files. That's really cool. You can make a video about it. And another trick I want to give you, because we're going to make a long relationship in this channel, I prefer to give you the best tricks I know, okay? So if I go to Revit backup files and click on it, you can see that the first result is something like a blog post. That's not really bad, but if we have results like a video on the page, that's really good, because we're going to combine. If you're good at video, I guess that's really fine. And if you want to make tutorials, your videos is also going to help your website come up. As you can see here, if I search for parametric bench, you can see some of those keywords have videos on the top. This is really good, and you can see that this is our video. I'm going to explain in the future how to rank higher on the video. So go for those which have a ranking on the videos, because YouTube SEO is something that we are going to study in the future. Let's go search for another keyword, Revit C. Okay, Revit City, Revit Components. So if you want to make components and you want to explode in that section, you can go for Revit Components and Revit Components free download. This is going to blow up because you are focused, and perhaps you have to take some time to reach that. You can see that the Revit course is too high in competition, and I guess that you will never reach a 0.5 because it's really hard to do that. So you can always find the cracks. Maybe if I search for an E, you can see that we have Revit extensions 1000. That is really cool. If I was you, I will go for Revit extensions, make videos about this, and you can see that if I search for Revit extensions, the best part is that the first part of the Google results is video. That is really cool and amazing. So I guess that you're going to be successful if you go for the tips I'm going to give you in the YouTube section. So you have to just wait a little bit so I can get to the YouTube section. And you can always see that it gives you related keywords you can go for. You can see that it's Revit file extensions, Revit extensions 2018. These are really cool. Remember, 2000 is your ultimate goal, and you can go for smaller than 2000 to pick up your channel. Revit family, okay, 8000, and you can see that it's 8000 0.11. You can just add something to this, Revit family tutorials, right? Tutorial, and go for something like even if it's 200, because it has a video section, you can rank your videos on YouTube. In the future, I'm going to talk about how to optimize your YouTube channel. Just look at this. I'm excited to show you this. It's really cool. If I go to the incognito mode and go to YouTube, which means it doesn't show my history, you can see that if I search for Grasshopper tutorials, I'm ranking #1. If you go here and search for parametric architecture, you can see that I have also ranked high up here. We have the Balkan Architect, and then we have 2 videos from our channel right up here. If you go for parametric design, which is another niche we are working, you can see that we are ranking on the first page, and we are trying to go up. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helped you to get a view of how to start an online website for your design, or if you're an architect, for your projects. And I guarantee that if you just take the steps in a matter of 2 or 3 months, you start getting traction and even getting customers based on your projects and those things. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to our channel. Remember, comment below what are the subjects you are passionate about, and see you next time.